Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that a new witch hunt has begun at the National Assembly of the Republic of Kenya. As yesterday, one honorable Junet Muhammad, the minority leader, and the majority leader, KIMANI, launched a scathing witch hunt against former uh, Budget and Appropriation Committee Chairperson Ndidi Nyoro, accusing Ndidi Nyoro of certain things that they say Ndidi Nyoro did while he was the Budget and Appropriation Committee Chair, where they took it upon themselves to blame Ndidi Nyoro for the for the failures in their constituencies and all over the country where members of parliament receive a certain budget from from the NCDF funds, but these people have been using the said amount of money to facilitate their own lives instead of promoting development in their counties. Now, Kenyans have taken on different social media platforms to defend one Honorable Ndidi Nyoro in terms of these accusations that have been brought upon him by one Kimani Ichungwah and Junet Muhammad. They have said that Ndidi Nyoro was, uh, allocating more money to his constituency in comparison to other constituencies. They were saying they said that Ndidi Nyoro allocated himself about 90% of the budget in comparison to what they were receiving. But now Kenyans have taken time to learn, to do their due diligence, to investigate these people, and really to come up with let me say to come up with answers to Junet Muhammad and Kimani. If there is a mistake that these people have ever done, is going against a man that Kenyans love because of his development and not because of his political affiliation. Ndidi Nyoro is loved not because he was chosen by the UDA party, is not because he was chosen to represent the people of Keharu, but because of what he has done for the people of Keharu. As we all know, the people of Keharu elected Ndidi Nyoro for the second term without Ndidi Nyoro campaigning for himself, without Ndidi Nyoro going ahead to use the national CDF funds to buy voters. Are we together? Now, this has angered Kimani Ichungwah to a point that Kimani Ichungwah now, because they are the loudest of every member of parliament in the current national government, him together with Junet Muhammad, they make attacks. Yet when you go back to their constituencies, no, for Kimani Ichungwah, he can defend himself. He has done some certain developments in his constituency. But one Junet Muhammad, if you compare the budget that is allocated to Suna East and that which is allocated to Keharu, you will be surprised that these people receive the same amount of money, but a man is out there making the loudest noises, yet the money that he receives, he has been using it for his own personal gain and not for the gain of the people that put him in that post. They call him the Sultan of Migori. Reason being, his constituency is one of the poorest constituencies in this country. Why? Because he does not do development in constituency. All he does is make noise in parliament and forget the people that put him in that office. If you want to continue doing what you're doing to Ned Mohammed, you should go ahead and seek a member of parliament's role or a senator's role or a governor's role in the northeastern part of Kenya. Because Migori is a county that is looking forward to development. And the people that you represent are people that are currently, they currently believe that the government of Kenya, since President William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga signed a coalition pact, they should be working together towards the development of those places. And now, Junet want to change the attention of the people of the Republic of Kenya towards blaming Ndidi Nyoro instead of him working. I mean, you all know that even before this government came into office, Kiharu has always been one of the top most performing constituencies in the Republic of Kenya. Why? Because Ndidi Nyoro does not use the money that is allocated to his constituency for his own gain. He uses that money to develop his constituency. And the question is, why shouldn't they also do the same instead of pointing out, instead of just yapping? Because the yapping that they are doing in the parliament is getting out of hand. And people are tired. People are tired and they have decided to call a spade and a spoon a spoon. Why am I saying this? One a lawyer by the name of the former LSK president, that is Nelson Havi, has called out the naysayers who are currently calling out Ndidi Nyoro. Now, the question is, how can they purport Ndidi Nyoro has been allocating himself more money? Hmm? Yet, we all, as the public, know the amount of money that was allocated to Kiharu in comparison to these other counties. Let's go back. Let's first of all compare the budget allocation of Suna East to that of Kiharu. I want you to listen to this and I want you to listen to it very careful. Unajua wamesema the way Junet was speaking is as if Ndidi Nyoro was allocated 500 million per year to his constituency na Junet amepatiwa I mean 100 million. I mean it seems that there was a difference of about 400 million. Listen, Kiharu's allocation, the amount and the financial year. In the year 2024 and 2025, Kiharu was allocated a 188 million Kenyan shillings. Go to Suna East, where Junet Muhammad comes from. Junet's constituency was allocated 170 million. What is the difference? 18 million. Why is it there is a difference of 18 million Kenyan shillings in terms of allocation? It's because the projects that are in Kiharu and the residents of Kiharu, in terms of numbers and in terms of development, there is so much that is there and that is being done in Kiharu. Because Junet did not start any projects in his constituency. That is why he was given a 170 million and Kiharu was given a 188 million. Only a difference of 18 million. Now tell me, what has Junet done with 170 million that he can beat his chest up and show to the people of the Republic of Kenya in comparison to Kiharu? Yet, Kiharu wanasema kumejengwa madarasa, the classes are modern classes, there are cabros everywhere in Kiharu. I mean, Kiharu has been turned to a Singapore, a little Singapore in Kenya, with just a budget of how many per year? That was in the year 2024-2025, 188. Junet alipokea 170. Go back to the year 2023-2024. Kiharu received 184 million, while Junet's constituency received 166 million. Now, what is the difference? Here, the difference is about 12 million. Are we together? The difference is how much? 12 million. Sasa, swali ni je, Junet, how much amount of money do you use to travel everywhere in the country trying to campaign for Raila Amolo Odinga? Per month, it's more than that 12 million. Are we together? Ni more than that 12 million. When you look at it, Junet should be, people that should be making noises are people that when you look at their budget allocation, you can really see that there is a deficit. You can see that they were really discriminated. But there is nobody that has been discriminated, not Junet Muhammad. No, no way you can say Junet has been discriminated. A difference of 10 million. What could he have done with those 10 million that he couldn't do with the 170 and the 160 million that was given to him, that he has not shown to the people of the Republic of Kenya? Now listen to what Nelson Havi told these people. He asked, what is wrong with Ndidi Nyoro prioritizing his constituency in development? That is how it should be for all members of parliament. These other bastards, blue blistering barnacles, are busy demagoguing as Keharu is being developed. They are just denderu pundas. And I really agree with Nelson Abbey. You should shut up and man up. It's about time you do development in your constituencies. Don't compare your constituencies to Keharu, eti mnasema mnapatiwa pesa kidogo, and when Junet and Ndidi Nyoro, the both of them served under Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Back during the Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's regime, before 2022, the budget allocations were the same. Kama ilikuwa inapatiano 120 million, ilikuwa inapatiano 120 million Keharu na Suna East. But in those times, what did Junet do for his constituents? Nothing. Nothing to show for it. Ndidi Nyoro, he went ahead even in his first term. Right now he has served just for 7 years. Even in his first term, he served his people. He made sure he delivered to his people. And that is why, when the time for elections came, Ndidi Nyoro did not he did not need to go to the ground to campaign. Yeye hakuwa ground. He was not making noise. He was not calling out names. Now, one somebody mwenye naona ananikasirisha ni Kimani Ichungwah. Kimani Ichungwah's budget allocation is bigger compared to who? To one Ndidi Nyoro. Lakini utamsikia yeye ndiye wa kwanza kuattack Ndidi Nyoro's constituency and how he ran the budget appropriation committee. Nataka msikize huyu mkawa Ruto. Nataka mmsikize na mmsikize kwa makini. Listen here. Now, nataka tusikize.
We have now reconstituted a new budget and appropriations committee.
So with this new budget and appropriation committee, Kimani Ichungwah, we should expect you to make Kikuyu as developed as Keharu is.
This house will not sit back and allow members who sit in the budget and appropriations committee to use the position they hold in that committee to appropriate money to only their constituencies at the expense of other Kenyans. Because all these 349 members come here to represent people. They come here to seek and lobby for resources to go back to their people. That is why the people of Vihiga are crying today. It is sad that you would find in a county that was to benefit from public participation, a national polytechnic in a county that was slated to benefit for public participation, getting a meager 10 million shillings, whereas in another county where a member in the budget and appropriations committee sits in, a national polytechnic gets 250 million shillings.
250? Sikia hii ng'ombe. Sometimes mi nakasirikanga because of the kind of nonsense Kimani Ichungwah spills out. Some people should sit back, think before even taking. these people, every time it's politics. And sometimes wewe kaa chini jiulize, am I even worthy of competing with the said member of parliament that I'm attacking? Am I worthy of even comparing myself to them in terms of the developments? It's not because I have no money. Show me what you have done with the money that has been allocated to you if you want more money. And President William Ruto should not be a demagogue. That is what he is behaving like. I want you to listen to also one, Caleb Amisi. Caleb Amisi is a member of parliament of what? Of ODM. But when this story was raised, Caleb Amisi took a stand in defense of what? In defense of Keharu, of Nani, of Ndidi Nyoro. And I want you to listen. He even posted the budget allocation of his constituency in comparison to that of Keharu. Akasema hivi, too much ignorance is poisonous. The national government CDF is distributed within a percentage formula, not by budget committee. The misallocation of roads, electricity, water funds, etc. to one constituency using positions in the budget committee is what we are fighting. Come to Sabaut and ask around how the little money has been used fairly. We don't announce our work all over. Na akaweka that Sabaut, the year 2024 and 2025 got 179 million, Keharu got 188. But last year, his county, his constituency goes 175, Keharu got 184. A difference of a mayor less than 10 million. Tuko pamoja. Yet, he has been developing his constituency with the amount of money that he has been getting. And he says, Honorable Nyoro will never get a vote from any other region should he stand for presidency. Taking advantage of his position to deny people of the entire Western region is not just selfish, but evil-minded. If you can't treat other Kenyans as lesser human beings, shame on you. But the question is, Bwana Caleb Amisi, the question is, the amount of money you got in comparison to what Nyoro got is less. Tukisema kama yake imepata mingi ni with a bigger share of about 10 million. Wewe na hii 170 million, the development that you have done, compare those development with those that are happening where? With those that are happening in Keharu. If he had allocated himself an over amount of about 70 or 100 million, mungekuwa mnapiga kelele. Hata sahii, si sahii mungeanza kuongea, mungekuwa mmepiga kelele kitambo sana. Lakini sahii ndio kwa sababu punda kidogo zinajipigia kelele hapa, mnajaribu kumake Ndidi Nyoro wakae ni kana kwamba alichukua half of the budget akajiallocate. Then you have to work with what you have first, muonyeshe ya kwamba what you have mumekuwa mkifanya maendeleo nayo. Kama what you have hamwezi fanya maendeleo nayo, mbona hatujasikia Babu Owino akicomplain? The question is, mbona we haven't had Babu Owino complaining? Is it because Babu Owino anapatiwa mingi? No, it's because Babu Owino has been doing developments with what he gets, so he goes ahead to be allocated even more because what he has been developing his constituency with it. So akikuja the next financial year aseme county yangu inahitaji 200 million. My constituency needs 200 million because there is this project and this project that I began with the last 100 million that you gave me last year. I need to complete this project with 200 million. That is what I need. He has given that because he has shown with whatever he was given the previous year, he has done some certain developments with it. And those developments needs to be completed. Kuja kwa Suna East huko kwa Junet. Junet amepatiwa 150 million. Ameenda huko amekunywa pombe nazo, amepiga sherehe nazo, then anakuja aitishe tena aseme sasa apatiwe 300 million. Tutakupatia 300 million ukamaliza development gani nazo? And for the 100 million that we gave you, we never saw any development. Bwana, tuwachange kuwa watu wa binafsi na watu wapumbavu sometimes. When we argue, let's argue with facts. And Kimani Kimanongo, you should go to hell, because you are not doing anything positive for your people, yet bwana, wewe kwanza ile pesa unapatiwa as the majority leader, it's a lot of money. Unapaswa kuwa ukikula na watu wako. But do you do that? No. All you do is making you are the loudest debe in that parliament. Tukirudi back in the year 2017 to 2022, you people mlikuwa mnapata share the same. Hiyo share the same mlifanya nini nayo? Kearu Ndidi Nyoro alifanya a lot of development na hiyo share the same alikuwa anapata. Saa hii ni panganga tu mnapiga mkijaribu kumharibia jina. Saa hii we will not allow you to do that. Na Wakenya wamejaa. You either leave Ndidi Nyoro alone or we will make life unbearable for you. For now, ni hayo tu. Subscribe.